Hello and welcome to my blog. I am so proud and happy to present my friend and colleague Lika. And in this in this podcast slash video slash interview, we're going to talk about some of our common shared values and what drives us and what her passion is. So Lika, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here. Yay, let's do the dance.
So tell us a little bit about you, please, about your background.
So my name is Lika Liel Golan. I'm 29. I'm living in Petah Tikva.
In Israel.
Petah Tikva, Israel, yeah. I've started with computer science and been in the army. Then I went into dancing and managing a dance studio. Then I went overseas to get further training within my street dance culture. I've competed in ILDC competition.
What is ILDC?
ILDC is Israeli Latin Dance Cup, and I've competed in the urban category lady.
Okay, amazing.
I
have no idea what urban in the Latin dance.
Urban category lady. It's like, what is that even?
I have no idea.
It's like,
I was hoping you'll tell me.
It's urban dance. It's like a reggaeton or street dance.
Okay.
Latin hip hop, if you may.
So is it solo or
solo?
Okay.
I've done solo, and now I've opened a business called Healthy Mind Lika, where I help people like get to where they want to be in life.
That's amazing.
And obviously, I'm continuing to dance and teach. Yay!
And that is actually why I brought Lika here. In this podcast vlog, or in these kind of videos, what I want to give is a platform for people, mostly women, but I'm not just limiting it to women, but women who are, who act, who do something, who have a drive that drives them, and share values that are similar to my values. And once I saw you open, I've known Lika for years.
Few years, yeah.
Like 6 maybe?
Yeah.
Something like that,
Wow.
between 5 and 7.
Yeah.
And I've known her as a dancer and a dance instructor, and when I saw you opened this Instagram account for your Healthy Mind and I listened to some of your content, I was like, we have to collaborate somehow because what you do, and also I think that your trajectory in life, your path is a little bit similar to mine as well, coming from biology and then dancing and then business, which more of a holistic side to it. So I definitely sympathize with you. Okay, so thank you for that introduction.
Thank you.
So I've been mentioning values a lot. So what are your values that drive you in life?
I don't look at life as in values, because values change throughout your life. When you're 18, you don't value the same things as you're 30.
Correct.
So what drives me, what I value, like as a whole, no matter what, is being happy. And that's what drove me for everything that I do in life. I want to be happy, I want to be fulfilled, and I just want to be feeling good no matter what. You know, you should feel good no matter what circumstances life has to offer to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you feel like for a lot of people, their happiness depends on external circumstances?
Yeah, most people, even myself. But that's not the way it's supposed to be. So that's what I'm trying to tell people.
In your Healthy Mind business.
Yeah.
So I would first like to start with your dancing. You, just like me, I think, started dancing at a relatively old age. Not old, but not a kid.
Dance old. I'm dance old, people. I'm young, but I'm dance old.
So what was it like starting to dance at a later age?
It was so awkward. Like people used, like I remember, okay, let me tell you a funny story. I was in the army while I began to dance. And so I came in super excited, like, hey, this is my dance video. And one of the guys grabbed my phone, started laughing, ran across the place and like showed me.
Wow.
Everybody laughed. And I gotta be honest with you, it was funny.
Like, because it wasn't that good?
No.
Okay.
It wasn't good at all. Like I don't have natural talent when it comes to dancing.
That's amazing that you just said that. Not because I agree or disagree with you, because if this is how you feel and you are still able to dance and make a living out of it and help inspire other people to dance, even though you don't feel like you have the talent, whatever that means, then that means dance is for everybody.
Yeah, because you know what? If you don't have raw talent, you can have hard work be your talent. I've heard one of the dancers I follow say that. Let hard work be your talent. And in that, I'm very talented.
Good, good. That's really, I don't want to dangle this word too often, inspiring, but I think that for our generation, what are we called? Millennials?
Yeah.
Okay, and for the next generation, Generation Z, I think they're about a decade
younger. I think we're in the Z as well. We're into the Z, like we're the
Maybe
beginner.
You are, I'm a bit older. But for our generations, sometimes it seems it's either black and white. Either you have it or you don't. Either you got talent in this or you don't. Either you're successful, amazing, got millions of followers on Instagram, and you're a social influencer, or you're not.
Yeah.
And that's not really true.
If you look at Adam and Eve, they were happy with each other because there was only one.
Mm-hmm.
She had one man, he had one woman. They could not have compared themselves to anyone else. So they didn't have a reason to feel bad. There's always going to be someone that's better at whatever.
It's so true. And that is very true. So when you started dancing at an older age, how did you deal with your inner demons and with people like that guy from your military base who maybe told you you're not good enough, you don't have raw talent? How did you get from I want to dance to being a confident 29-year-old who says to other people, hard work is just as important as raw talent?
Me personally, I never listened to people when they told me I'm not good enough. Like, it just drives me even more. Like, the worst thing you can tell me is like, you can't do it, because then I'll show you that I can.
I can and I will. Yes.
Yeah, I've been hearing it throughout my life, and I've never let it hold me back, because at the end of the day, you either believe what people say about you or you don't. And I choose not to. I choose to create my own destiny.
Were you always like that?
No.
So tell me about the beginning.
The beginning? Well, I was like, growing up, I was very awkward. I never fit into anywhere. I didn't have friends. I didn't know how to talk to people. And the last place I've ever seen myself go to is dancing, being on stage, being in front of people, talking to people. But at the end of the day, it's like, I think that's part of what's driving me towards dancing, and maybe a healthy mind as well, because it's like, I want to show myself that I can,
That's amazing.
Thank you.
That is amazing. And it's really important. And this is, again, what I like to do is show people behind the scenes and show everybody that we are all the same and we all have the same fears and loves and needs. And what you just described is somebody who didn't fit in a specific mold, and eventually
never fit in. I never fit into any mold from kindergarten. I was just so awkward. I was like, I had my own way and my own thing since forever. And then I realized, okay, let's just go with it.
What age? Or when was the few years that you really felt like something changed in you?
I really feel in the last few years now,
Mm-hmm.
I feel much more comfortable in my skin, and I feel very much fulfilled and happy. But I've started at the age of 12,
mm-hmm.
self-seeking, because when you're a child and you have a reality, you just take it as it is.
Yeah, you don't question it.
No. But at the age of 12, I've realized, hey, you know what? If I'm not happy, I can do something
to change it.
Yeah.
It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility.
Yeah, you have to take responsibility for your life.
Exactly.
And for your future.
Exactly. Because you can't keep expecting the external circumstances to dictate how you feel.
No.
You have to go within, and it's not fun.
No.
It's not easy.
Yeah, but the other thing is that I've tried everything from every angle.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to feel good on the inside, right? And I want to be more in touch of my feminine side and my confident side and all of this. So I've done it spiritually and internally, but also going to dance classes.
Which is more physical and on the outside.
Yeah, but
So-
it works both ways.
Definitely works both ways. I mean, healthy body, healthy mind is not just a saying. It does work like that. So that brings me to my next question, which is, you're here because I've known you in Hebrew you say with many different hats.
Yeah.
So you've been doing many things and we've been in contact on several different levels, and your current business, Healthy Body, again?
Healthy Mind, Lika.
Healthy Mind, Lika, sorry. You deal with self-fulfillment from a spiritual point of view. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah.
What is spirituality for you?
Spirituality is a state of mind. It's something that you put into everything that you do. I've found spirituality in the most egotistical, selfish places, and the most like business and money, and then in the most like Zen, spiritual, tree-hugging places. It's what you are, basically.
What is what you are?
I feel like I just like the easiest thing that always pops into mind, because people ask me this a lot. I just think love. I think the world is made up of love, and the love is concealed with different things that we understand or don't understand, and then our spiritual work is to connect to that loving, happy place. And once we do that, everything in our life falls into place. But the thing is, there's a lot of layers between us and our true essence of love. And when you're stuck in traffic and Corona shut down your business and your kids are screaming in the car, you don't feel that love.
No, you do
in
not.
that second. You do not feel it. You feel something else.
And what is that something else?
Like you need a drink. That's what you need. If someone is spiritual, they can still work in high tech. They can be a hippie. They can be religious. They can be a monk and be in India or Tibet or whatever. It doesn't matter. We're all speaking the same language and preaching for the same things.
Exactly.
It's what you make of it.
Exactly.
And within my training, I also take it into a place where I'm not detaching myself from this life. I'm still living in this life. I'm
So
still
true.
materialistic, but I'm still spiritual. So like you have to combine the two.
You can have them both. It's not either or.
No.
It's not black and white. Yeah, you're right. Lika, I feel like you and I, aside from all our similarities, we also are interested in similar dance styles. You are interested in Latin lady style. You also do dance hall female. You've twerked with me a little bit.
Yes, I did.
And me as well. I'm into Latin dance and dance hall and twerking, of course. So I have a question. I feel like there's a triangle in your life between spirituality, dancing, and femininity, or the feminine essence. Can you elaborate?
Yes, I have a lot to say in regards to that. Well, I've explained what spirituality is to me. It's a way of life. It's a being. But also, like, we need to understand that dancing is the highest spiritual level that you can reach, because it activates all your senses, activates more than 50% of the brain. It changes your brain more than any other type of profession or thing that you can do. Like, this is actually mappable in MRIs. You can see the way it changes your brain.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is. And it just does so many great things for you. But when you pour femininity into it, your female essence and your spirituality and your dance is all the same thing. It's the way you express yourself in the world and what you present.
Yes.
And to show that off within dancing and show femininity within dancing is very liberating for me.
I agree. I feel that in my twerk classes, I feel that what happens is that a space is created where women can express themselves sensually with their senses. Like you said, you dance with all your senses in a way that is not so it's not so easy to do that outside of the studio. And I think it really self-expression.
Without judgment.
Exactly. Without judgment and without repercussions. And I think that expressing yourself fully and finding places where you can express different sides of yourself is just really important. Speaking of things that people want to express within themselves, as a therapist or as a coach or as a trainer or however you define yourself, what are the most common things that kind of hold people back from expressing themselves fully, from doing things they love? Are they common, or is every person different? Are we all the same?
Basically, we're all the same.
Correct answer. I was waiting for you to say that.
Yeah, we all have the same fears and the same misunderstandings about life. But for me, the biggest thing is A, misunderstanding of life and nature, and B is self-judgment.
Girl, do you watch RuPaul's Drag Race?
Of course.
Okay. Yes.
Hi, RuPaul.
If he ever watches this, I will be
dying.
So honored.
Yes. Oh my God.
So honored.
And he's so spiritual himself.
Exactly. And that's why I connect to this show. I mean, as a non-LGBTQ person, at first I asked myself, why do I relate to everything that they say? And it's exactly that. It's those self-doubts that prevent us from expressing ourselves fully.
Yeah. I always give the same example when I'm explaining this to people. If you put your hand in a fire, you're not gonna get mad at the fire. The fire burns. That's what it does.
So true. Yeah.
But spiritually, we get mad at the fire all the time. So like
we get mad at the fire.
We get mad at the fire, but it's nature. You can't get mad at nature.
No.
You know? Like you go in, I don't know, you went to a job interview and you weren't accepted and you feel a letdown. And then you feel bad, and then you feel bad about feeling bad.
Of course, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
When you go into these endless circles / spirals where you feel bad and then you feel bad about feeling bad and then you're mad at yourself for not loving yourself enough to allow, and then you're mad at being mad. Fun times.
Yes. I have actually a really good lecture on it on Healthy Mind Lika. It's about like how to manage your emotions and avoid an emotional roller coaster.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Is it on your IGTV?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on my IGTV. It's on Hebrew, but if anyone wants it in English, I'm happy to do it because that's something that I put free content on.
Yes,
so it's for everybody.
Yes, you should definitely consider doing it in English.
Yeah.
So now that we've discussed how we as humans kind of suffer from, generally speaking, the same things, and as therapists and as people who deal with helping other people, we might have different tools to reach similar goals. Can you tell me a little bit about what tools do you use in your therapy sessions, or what does a therapy session look like with you?
Okay, first of all, I'll tell about how it is, and then I go into the tools. First of all, when you go into a session, it's a safe place for me and you to talk. You can say everything that occurs into your mind. Usually people start off with one subject and we go back to when I was in kindergarten.
Of course, it's always the childhood.
Yeah, but generally I start with something that you want to improve in your life, or something that got you emotionally responsive, like angry, afraid, frustrated, stressed, but like something specific, because when we talk generally, everybody feels generally stressed. That's fine. What are you stressed about? And then when we go into it, like I start asking questions and trying to understand the root of that feeling, and we start to see it, how it manifests in your life. And that moment is usually hard for most people.
Of course.
Because they become aware, they suddenly see the one thing they thought, like one bad thing that they have, and they see it across their lives and how it affects their lives. But we do it together, we do it gradually. But after we've realized, I have then a lot of practical tools.
So important.
Yeah, like things like, what are you going to do tomorrow after you've realized that?
Or sometimes if you recognize, I'm in an emotional roller coaster.
What do I do now?
Yes.
Yeah.
So important.
Yeah, so actually I'm working from the inside out. We start with something that troubles you, We get to the root of the problem, or as close as we can for the root of the problem.
Because sometimes, you know, that's as much as you can do. Yes.
Yeah. And then I have practical tools from self-experience, from courses I've attended to, from books I've read that are very pragmatic and practical, and you can apply them to everything in your life.
That's great.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you'd like to add about any of the things that we talked about, or even something we didn't touch on before we finish?
Yeah, first of all, I want to say thank you to you for having me. I'm so excited
Me too.
to have the opportunity to talk to you and all these wonderful people. I just want to say to you that you can live your dreams, you can be happy, and you can make your own destiny. And I'll be happy to show you how.
Amazing. So how can they get in touch with you?
Instagram, Facebook, email, phone,
Amazing.
Everything that you want.
I will have your contact details written below your Instagram. If they want to Google you, what do they Google? And speak it slowly because you have a Hebrew name and they might not speak Hebrew.
Yeah, Lika Liel Golan, and the Instagram page is healthy.mind.lika.
So that's Lika if you want to search it. Lika, thank you so much.
Thank you for
Such a
having me.
great time. I'm so happy you did
I'm
this.
excited.
Me too. Yay, thank you. So
Thank
we'll
you.
see you next time. Bye.
Bye.